Title: Can the term South China Sea be justified? 1. Geographical inconsistency. The internationally widespread term South China Sea is a name defined in relation to China. However, in terms of actual geographical location, this sea is much closer to the Philippines, Malaysia, Brunei, Indonesia, and Vietnam than to mainland China. China occupies only the northern edge, and is not even centrally positioned. Nevertheless, the name South China Sea became entrenched due to historical and imperialistic naming practices. 2. The name and territorial claims. The Chinese Communist government, the CCP, interprets the name South China Sea as if it presupposes its sphere of influence. In fact, China has used this terminology as a basis for its unreasonable claim through the so-called 9-dash line that 90% of the South China Sea belongs to it. Such excessive maritime claims have intensified conflicts with neighboring countries, and the Permanent Court of Arbitration (PCA) has already ruled that these claims have no legal basis. Nevertheless, because the name itself gives the impression that the sea belongs to China, the CCP has been actively exploiting it politically. 3. The need for alternative names. The term South China Sea implies the dominance of a particular country, and thus exacerbates international disputes. Therefore, a more neutral name that better reflects geographical reality is necessary. For example, 1. Southeast Asia Sea or ASEAN Sea. This is a name that reflects the countries that actually border this sea. 2. MVIPC. This name is formed from the initials of surrounding countries. The meaning is most VIPC. 3. Western Pacific Sea. This is a name that emphasizes its character as part of the Pacific Ocean. By adopting a designation that excludes the name of any single country, unnecessary distortions in territorial disputes can be reduced. 4. Conclusion. The name of South China Sea does not correspond to geographical reality, and has been politically misused by the Chinese Communist government as a tool to assert territorial claims. Therefore, when any state attempts to use the name of a sea as a pretext for overreaching sovereignty claims, the international community must adopt a fairer and more neutral designation. The sea is not the possession of any one nation, but a common asset of humankind, and any name that implies national ownership must be corrected.